my headphones on. I'll put my headphones on.
What?
It's a Twice song.
Right.
Called Headphones.
What is the name of that song that is about alcoholic beverages?
Alcohol free.
Oh, so it's actually about not drinking alcohol?
Right, that's right. It's about that they're alcohol free, but being with you, the person unnamed in the song, makes them feel like they're intoxicated.
Right.
And it is so good. It's like, oh my God,
would you say the song is rather intoxicating?
It is. It really is. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I gotta go give it a listen. Although maybe I shouldn't, because then it. No. I mean, like again, you know.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know, but maybe it'll get stuck in my head, and then
you'll never escape.
Yeah. So maybe not.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I listen. The kids obviously have heard a lot of Twice too, and when they play on their iPads, we got Michelle these like kid headphones that like limit how loud they get. And when she puts them on, she literally says it in as the song. She goes, "I put my headphones on." Like, yeah, she like sings it. It's really funny.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Anyway.
I'll make a mistake out of you. Wakey.
Welcome back to I'll Make a Stay Out of You, the podcast where we're gonna rapid fire go through. We're watching One Kid's Room today. Tom, how do you feel? We're gonna get to know the members.
I mean, like, I'm tired. You know, like,
you're tired, but
there's no getting around.
It's gonna be good.
Yeah,
it's gonna be good.
It's
gonna be fun. You'll get a sense for what these episodes are, but basically they throw a member into a chair alone with not alone, they're with producers and stuff who ask them questions and then they answer them. And meanwhile, the rest of the boys are in another room and they talk about the person that's off in the room. So yeah. And you get some insights into who they are from their own perspective and from the other members' perspectives. It's great. It's a good series, and it's fun to learn about them. So, yeah. We start with IN. And it begins now.
We got subbies, right?
Oh, yeah. We got so many subbies up in here. We're going to sub all over the place.
Okay.
Okay.
Great.
Play. You ready?
Yep.
Let's do it.
안녕하세요. 스트레이키즈 막내 IN입니다.
All right. What'd you think of that? IN.
Yeah, that was funny.
This is pretty funny.
It's kind of sad though. Like they really hung around the IN's always crying all the time part, and I'm just like, all right, like what does that mean? You know, like, I don't know. Obviously, that kind of stuff has been on my mind lately, and like what, like listening to everyone else just kind of like talk about it and then like giggle about how IN like said he was struggling and then broke down into tears, and they're like, yeah, he just cries all the time, and I'm like, are you kidding me? He's like, he's clearly going through some shit.
Yeah, no. I think they get that. I just think, you know, culturally for them, like, your age matters in who you can associate with casually. And so, you know, for someone who is Korean to be feeling their emotions and be feeling sad or whatever, but only have people who are not the same age as them, he feels like he can't talk to them about it unless they approach him first, which of course they feel like, no, like we're all in a group together, like you can just talk to us.
Yeah.
But, you know, crossing that barrier is still a struggle for him, and you know, it seems like they're happy to hear him out, but do you think it's at least slightly funny that like he holds it in and then it all just comes bursting out and all the tears and everything? Right. I especially thought it was funny that Hyunjin, when they had their whole deal, like he said that they went out to eat beef intestine, which first of all, gross. I won't eat that, but
Yeah.
more power to him, I
I
guess.
don't know. They really kept talking about that beef intestine. I'm like, all
Yeah,
right,
more
all right.
beef intestine for you. Yeah,
Yeah.
he was so into the beef. Yeah, Hyunjin was so into the beef intestine that he didn't want to stop eating while comforting. So
Yeah, yeah.
that's fine. And then Han, of course, trying to be a sweetheart, asked Diane because he was up late on his phone. He's like, hey, are you doing okay? And Ian was asleep, just holding his phone. And I'm like, I've been there.
Yeah.
I've dropped my phone on my face before. Yeah,
Oh,
it's happened.
totally. 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, dude, I've fallen asleep. Like, I'll open up a YouTube video that I fully intend on watching, like on my phone, and fall asleep immediately, and then I wake up and my phone's dead. You know?
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to pick that, because like, I think I told you that I got like super into narrowboat YouTubers and stuff, and a large part of that was like wanting to have something I could like put on to fall asleep to. But recently, one of the people that I have been following for a long time, they put out a 2-hour-long video that's no cuts. It's just a video of them cruising down the canal. And I was like, oh man, I'm going to put this on and I'm going to fall right asleep. It's going to be awesome.
Mhm.
And then I like stayed up for like 30 minutes and was like, well, I think I'm going to have to change it.
Because you were watching it?
Yeah, I was just watching it, of course. It was so good. I'm like, oh, the canal. Like,
Yeah.
it happens.
Man, you are old.
Yeah, I know.
That's an old thing if I've ever heard one.
I ended up falling asleep to the joy of painting with Bob Ross.
Yeah.
So that helps.
All right.
That's very calming.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So Ian's cool. He's very young. And it's a lot of the stuff they talked about was very reminiscent of like what we've experienced just seeing him, having the smile on his face when feeling sad.
Yeah.
Like doing the survival show and everything. Like that's just who he is, and he always has been. So if anything, it is good that he's able to open up to members more, and that he's aware of that being something that he needs to contend with, and that he's actively working on. I think that's a good thing. So good for him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and he's clumsy, and he poured an entire mug of green tea into Sungmin's bag. So there you go.
Yeah.
Sorry, Sungmin. But apparently it helps it smell good. Lino was like, maybe he did you a favor. Maybe your bag was stinky.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like how what we're looking at right now is
Mhm.
like you have this video pause
Mhm.
just slightly into it, so we get these subtitles. He encountered a problem called Lino.
Yeah, get ready for that.
All right.
That's pretty normal. I love it. All right, well, we're going to watch the second episode. This is Sungmin, One Kid's Room.
안녕하세요. 저는 스키즈의 승민입니다.
All right, Sungmin, what do you think?
That was good.
Yeah, we learned a lot about him.
Yeah. Honestly, I've never really noticed Sungmin too much, so that was good to get like a little.
Yeah,
A little more about him.
it's definitely interesting. I'd agree. I think that in the before times, he was overshadowed a little bit by another singer,
Mhm.
and they're very different. And even like in the survival show, we saw that like the most diligent member for studying in Stray Kids was Sungmin, who like kept a journal about everything that he was
Right.
doing every day, and like his singing instructor was impressed by how well kept it was, and he says that he's basically doing that again now, but with his complete schedule of keeping a journal of everything that he's done, and keeping up that diligence. And he also like goes above and beyond to like keep his body safe and not get sick, so that his voice can maintain, because the most important thing for him is recording, and that his voice is perfect when they record. So
Right.
yeah, bit of a perfectionist, but also apparently likes to have fun and troll people, which I really appreciate.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that idea. Yeah. Him sneaking in and just like I just, there's something about the image of him opening a door and then like looking in and then making eye contact and then just slowly backing out and closing the door. Like, it's so good.
I love that.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Yep. Good for him. And he's a puppy. So we love Sungmin.
Oh, speaking of that, I had a question about the IN video.
Yeah.
Was that when the Fennec Fox thing was first mentioned? Is that when they decided that was going to be the thing?
I think it's been mentioned at least one other time.
Well,
but
I just asked because like they all kind of erupted as if it was like the first time they heard that, you know, and thought it was funny.
Here's my thought. Okay, this is my thought about it.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the thing that Stray Kids seems to be very known for among Stay is giving spoilers really early, like years early. And after the release of the next album that we're getting towards is when they first did the stuffed animal series. And so I think that this is a spoiler for that. Not so much that it's like, oh, they're just now naming him, giving him his nickname. I think that him saying that he's a Fennec Fox and then everyone else erupting was because they're trying to like no, like cover it up, like it's a spoiler, like this is a spoiler. And this is one of those moments where like, and I see these now. There's times now where the new album just came out and people will go back to like 9 months ago and they'll find a V-Live video of Bangchan like working on a beat, and it's the beat for the title track of this new song.
Yeah.
And like they do that kind of stuff all the time, and then they'll do interviews and people will be like, oh, can you give us a spoiler or whatever, and then they're like, no, we're not going to give you a spoiler, and then they'll like touch their hand on their face in a certain way and then be like, and then everyone will be like, hey, and then we're like, what does it mean, and then finally the video comes out and that's like a move in the choreo. So you know, I that's what I think is happening there. And knowing these boys and how they like to spoil things, I think I'm on the right track. But yeah, it's I don't think it's the first time. I think we heard it once in the 9th, but I don't remember when because we watched so many episodes.
Yeah.
But the next episode is Lee No.
All right.
You get to Lee know him a little better.
Okay.
Okay.
Great joke.
Yeah, I know. You know, Lee No.
Okay.
안녕하세요. 스트레이키즈 리노입니다.
All right, Lino. He's pretty funny. I really like him.
It's a good one.
It's good. I think that's I think that some of it's apparent, but maybe I just feel that way because of all the other stuff that I've watched. Jeanette's jealous because we're not streaming.
Oh. Sorry. It's too late now, I think.
It's okay. No worries. She's just going to be sad because she would have happily watched all of One Kid's Room again.
Yeah. Everyone should watch this, to be honest. Like, if you're a stay and you haven't watched these.
Oh, yeah. You absolutely
Unreal.
should. Yeah. I mean, if you want to get to know the members, like this is a great place to even start.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people who feel like they know of the survival show and are just afraid to watch it. They don't want to see JYP cause all that devastation and make them all cry.
Yeah.
So you know, if you want a different way to go about it, you want to stay OT8, this is a great way. Just get into One Kid's Room. Because they talked about somebody mentioned that they had done one of these like kids rooms before, but that was in the before times. And in the before times, so we didn't watch that. Actually, what's interesting is that there was an episode that was around said member who left just before he left, like a week before. Yeah, so I was one of the things I was going to bring up on that episode, but I was like, but we haven't watched any of those episodes and we're not going to, so I might as well not even bring it up. So, but it is interesting.
Right.
Anyway, Lino, let's talk about Lino a little bit. because not only do I like him, but he is my wife's bias. She loves his goofy face. He's tsundere, as we would say in Japanese, hot and cold. He seems cold on the outside. Somebody asks him to do something, he's like, no, do it yourself. And then he spends 30 minutes trying to do it for you anyway.
Right.
And then doing lots of like small kindnesses, I thought was interesting as his way of like caring for the people around him.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's cool. I also, one of the things we know about Lino is that he was a professional dancer and went on tour dancing with backup dancing for BTS before he worked at JYP and became a member of Stray Kids. So he was already a professional before all of this, and that during that time he was really young, and so he was always one of the younger people, and so he has a tendency to get along better with the younger members because he doesn't feel old and he doesn't have experience of like talking down to young members. So it's it's interesting. I like him a lot.
Yeah.
Oh no, I think we have to skip this next one. I don't think we could watch this. It just seems like one that we can't really enjoy.
I don't know about that. I'm pretty sure we can stick with this one.
Yeah, it's a good one. It's Changbin. It's just gonna make you like him more. God damn it! All right, let's watch it.
Great.
창빈이에요. 안녕.
All right, Changbin.
All right.
He's a sensitive boy.
But he's great. He's the best.
He is great. He's pretty great, and everybody feels like they can depend on him, and some of that causes him to hide his own feelings because he doesn't want to hurt anyone else's feelings, but I think maybe that's why he goes and works out so much that he's growing wider than he is taller, as Lino said.
Yeah.
It's pretty funny. I don't know. I feel like his is interesting because it focused less on food. I feel like everybody else's they've been like, so we eat late night snacks and we're always eating. I mean, like they made jokes at the very beginning because they're like, so yeah, he's lifting lots of things. He lifts dumbbells, he lifts chopsticks, he lifts spoons and forks. Yeah, like so they're making the joke that he eats a lot of food, but he also works out every day, so he's like bulking up.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I find that really, really amusing. But then, like, they spent most of the time, I feel like, talking about like how he kind of has like a way about him of like being a resource for everybody and to bounce their own feelings off of. And he kind of wanted to be that for Stray Kids. He wanted to be someone that they could all go to. So yeah, love that Changbin.
Yeah.
Can't live without Changbin. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Good man.
Mm-hmm.
Good man.
Well, that about does it, right?
There's 4 more.
We got Changbin out of the way, so what else is there really?
Felix.
Thanks everyone for tuning in.
No, I should have saved him. Just wanted to go in order. Felix is next.
Yeah.
Felix is next. We can't miss that. He's gonna be like, you know, the other thing that I noticed that I was like observing while we were watching Changbin's thing is in the room with everybody. Felix, and I noticed it before, and Felix is just like this. He was just like cuddling, like laying back into Sungmin. And then Hyunjin he had reached down and he was just playing with IN's ear the entire time, like rubbing his ear up and down constantly, like the entire time. And I'm like watching like, because like normally IN does not like physical contact. Like he doesn't want to be touched like that. And so they end up teasing him because of it. Like everybody tries to get close to him and he's like, ah, but in that moment, like there's Hyunjin just rubbing his ear, just rubbing it up and down. And I'm like, okay, I don't know. He didn't seem to mind it. So anyway, that was just an interesting little bit of body language going on.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna move on to Felix. We're gonna learn some things about Felix and how the members feel about him. Let's see what they have to say.
Let's do it.
안녕하세요, Stray Kids 필릭스입니다.
All right, that's Felix. All right, do you understand better why he's my bias in this group,
Yep.
dudes?
Yep.
he's like, yeah, when I get stressed, I just play games and disconnect, and what I really like is just to eat a big meal and then just fall asleep immediately after. I'm just like, oh, you're speaking to my soul.
Yeah.
How do you speak to me so?
Yeah, I definitely understand all of that.
Yeah, all of it.
And who was it that was like, why does he have 3 monitors?
Yeah, why does he have 3 monitors? I was like, he has 3 monitors.
Yeah.
I only have 2 monitors. I mean, they're large, but come on.
Yeah.
I want another monitor.
Same.
Can I have? Yeah, I need more monitors. Monitors are like Voltron. The more you hook up, the better it gets.
Yeah, I want
Yeah.
I want swordfish style monitors, you know.
Yes, exactly. That's living the dream for real. With slightly fewer Scientologists, hopefully.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Ah, Felix, he's so good. I also thought it was funny that like they were like, he talks a lot. He talks a lot, and he just jumps from subject to subject, and I'm like, oh. Okay, Felix is ADHD. Like, we're
Right.
diagnosing him. Armchair diagnosis. Like, they're just like, yeah, he can't stay on one subject. He's good at concentrating. He can what we call hyper focus. But yeah, other than that, like he really jumps around. And I'm just like, you guys are like putting it all out there. Like, it's very clear.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. I don't know. I also like at this point they've released 6 albums plus mixtape, right? And Felix is just like, yeah, I don't understand why people say I have cute charms. I don't know what that means. I don't know how to express myself like that. I don't get it. And I'm just like, it must be really hard to be an idol. Like, I don't know. Like, it doesn't seem like it would be, but here we go. Like, it's very clear that he presents this like cute atmosphere, but I don't know, he doesn't see it yet.
I guess.
Yet. JYP. That's just foreshadowing. I'm just foreshadowing.
Okay.
Yet.
Great. Okay, I'll write this down. What episode are we on? What is this? 39?
Yeah, that sounds right.
So yeah, I'll remember at some point in the future something Felix related is gonna happen, and you're gonna be like, remember? And I'll be like, yeah, episode 39.
I'm gonna forget. I'm gonna forget completely to say
100%.
anything. That's
Yeah.
what I do.
Hey,
I say we're definitely doing this, and then I forget. Yep. What?
Really, we ought to maybe like episode 40. We'll do like a special bonus episode where we go back and listen to every episode we've ever done, and like pick out the things that we said we were going to talk about but never did.
Oh, that sounds like a lot of work. I'll get Jeanette right on it.
Yeah, I'm sure she'll be thrilled to hear that.
She's always looking for things to do, so I think she'd like to listen to every episode again. Maybe. Yeah,
That's a
Felix that is a huge task. I wonder if I could just I could run it through like an auto like text to speech or speech to text, and just have it like generate subtitles so I could, and then we'll just search for question marks. I don't know. Does that work? Can it hear a question mark? I don't know.
I'm
All
Ron Burgundy.
안녕하세요.
I'm Ron Burgundy. Oh my goodness. The next episode is Bang Chanyoung.
Bang Chanyeon.
Yeah. That's the he's a side dish if I've ever seen one.
I don't want a snack. I want the whole meal.
Oh, yeah. Let's hear from the oldest member, shall we?
Okay.
Let's do it. Only 8 minutes long, too. That's good.
안녕하세요. 스트레이키즈의 리더 방찬입니다.
All right, Bangchan. He has a sense of responsibility.
Yep.
And he only shows his cute charms to people who don't play into it because he wants to make them go, ugh, no. But Changbin won't let that happen. He's like, oh, yeah? Give me a kiss, big boy. And of course, I can't help but notice that the hoodie that he had on in that interview has what appears to be a shipping label printed on it on the hood part.
Okay.
And that hoodie probably costs like $500.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. And I was like, why? Why does it have a shipping label on it? It's so weird. It's super weird. There's a good shot of it.
Oh, yeah.
It's literally priority mail. It looks like a U.S. Postal Service
Right.
shipping label, just like on the hood. I don't know. I can't pretend to understand fashion. All right, I got some nice shoes, and I say nice shoes. I got some high top Converse for Jeanette, and that's about as fashionable as we're gonna get.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't get it, man. Yeah.
But it's not for me, so it's
not.
fine.
It's definitely not for me. That's not my style at all. My style is black t-shirt, blue jeans.
Hell yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. I mean, that's Jesus Christ. That's their style too. Sadly, but like when you're a K-pop idol, like you have to wear fancy clothes from time to time. So it's just like part of the game.
They're advertising.
안녕하세요.
They're billboards. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's okay. Up next we have Hyunjin. And he still looks like this. All right, sure. I can't believe, because I know what the next comeback that we're going to see is, and I'm looking at his image now, and I'm just like, this is what he looked like during Levanter? I mean, I know it is, because I've seen the music videos and stuff, but like, I just feel like he grows up so much.
Yeah.
I don't know. And I know that there's, like, this was during Levanter's promotion, so this was probably between November, this was like released between November and, we'll say, actually I can just check the date on when it was released. This was January 15th of 2020.
Mm-hmm.
And the next album I think was June of 2020, or May. Maybe May.
That's a pretty decent chunk of time.
That's a pretty
Just say yeah, I concur.
Yes.
Why didn't I just concur?
Why didn't I just concur? I should have just concurred. Yeah, so let's hear what Hyunjin has to say.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
저는 스트레이키즈의 현진이라고 합니다. 안녕. 아따 현진이 섹시하지 아주 그냥 춤출 때마다 그냥 반해버리겠어. 물만두 내 거. 심지어 가지 안 좋아. 가지 제일 싫어하는 가지 마요가 돼버렸네. 나는 현지 까미 빨리 보고 싶다. 까미 아빠. 까미 진짜 귀여워. 또 누구야 아빠? 나 진짜 아이인 줄 알았어. 나 여기 있어. 현진이는 유리 멘탈이라? 야 유리가 아니라 그냥 거의 눈 결정체 수준? 맞아. 그냥 떨어지면 바로 깨지는 유리 멘탈이 아닙니다.
Yes.
아니에요.
Hold on. Yes, go ahead.
Just what a way to start it. Just
Yeah.
Hyunjin has a fragile mentality like glass.
No, not like glass. Like snow crystals. The second they touch anything, it falls apart. Hilarious. Yeah, it's so funny. He says that's wrong. He says cap.
No.
All right, Hyunjin, he's weak like glass. He has a weak mentality. I thought that was really funny. I thought it was really funny that they said that they were like, yeah, well, it's not like you can't just tell him like, hey, do that, and he'll do it. But if you tell him like, hey, I heard somebody say this was really cool, he'll be like, what? Really? Let's do it. So
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, yeah, fair enough. Yeah, I get that. Yeah, that's fine. He says he aspires to be stronger in the future. And also, Ian says that he has a sexy body.
All right.
All right. You go, Ian.
Yeah.
You've seen his body, apparently. You know, he said he was watching one of the fan cams and saw him all sweaty and said his neck was sexy. And I was like, oh, okay, all right, okay, all right,
Well,
okay. Also, he mentioned that he like already cried in front of Stay, and that is something that happened at their big concert in Seoul. And that's the one that I have on Blu-ray. And they have this like moment during the concert where they start playing what is this song called? It's like playing in my head, but it has a Korean name. Anyway, I'll play it right now. There you go. You know it. Stay knows it.
Yeah, right,
you know.
right. Yeah.
Anyway, so they start playing that song, and like, I'm sure that they like know that this is coming, because everything's rehearsed, of course.
Yeah.
But they definitely like start having some real moments because like basically, Stay, all the people who came to the concert, and I think in the future they've done it with like international stays. They basically wrote messages to Stray Kids and to various members, and so they showed that, and then sometimes they've even done like voice messages where like someone will come on the screen and they'll say something to the members and like tell them like, you know, you can do it, like I believe in you or whatever. Like they just like really pour their hearts out to Stray Kids. And so normally, you know, Stray Kids is the ones doing the performing, and here is that kind of coming back at them, and many of the members just broke down crying on stage, and Hyunjin being one of them, who was just like ugly crying up on stage.
Yeah.
Which, and maybe I'll try and find a clip of this that we can watch next time. My favorite part is when it happens, Lino laughs. He just points and laughs. He's like, "Ha, look at this fucking guy. He's crying."
Wow.
Yeah, it's so funny.
That's rude as
it.
fuck.
Yeah, I know. I love him. I love him so much. We have to do there's like a, I don't know if it's in the era that we're in right now, but Lino takes on a special role when they do live performances. And I would like to do, if we do like a special or something, if we have like an episode that we really want to do like a big fun special, I think it works best as a live stream, honestly, because it's video. So if we want to do like a big fun special live stream, I have an idea for one that I think will work really well. So, you know, well, I'll keep that in the back of my mind. I think Jeanette already had recommended like, yeah, maybe we should do that, but we haven't actually figured out like when he starts taking that role at their live performances. Stays listening know what I'm talking about. You know, they know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that'll be fun. But that's not about Hyunjin. Let's talk about him. He's a very special boy. He's got a sexy neck. We talked about this.
Yep.
I guess we did kind of sum up like a lot of what was discussed about him.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I am still just kind of shocked at how young he looks, knowing how much he changes in the next 6 months. Yeah, so can't wait to get to the episode where we open the next album. That's gonna be exciting.
Yeah.
But we have one more to go after this.
Oh,
so.
okay.
Yeah, sorry. We got one more kids' room thing.
That's all right.
Who's the last one? Oh, it's Han.
It's Han.
Oh,
my favorite.
Honey. Your favorite.
Yep.
The best.
All right.
And yeah, nothing's gonna ever keep him down.
That's right.
I know that about him. Yeah. Yeah, he's an all-rounder, okay? Look at that face. You can't deny it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's watch what Han of Stray Kids has to say to us.
스트레이 기사입니다. 원키즈룸 화이팅. 와.
All right.
Nice.
Han. Now, how do you feel about Han? Do you understand your wife's
Yes. Yes.
bias a
I
little
get
better
it.
now?
I get it.
He's basically his whole One Kids Room is basically him just being like, yeah, so I'm an introvert. I have trouble talking to new people and being in new situations, and I don't want to be around a lot of people. And when I have time off, I go full goblin mode.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. I love it. Yeah, it's he's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
He recently had to do a show. He was like on a music show alone, where he had to be like a presenter with a microphone. And
Oh.
knowing that he did that, and then seeing him here, where he's just like, when we go on music shows, I'm racked with nerves, and the only reason I'm able to get through it is because the other members are there, and he was there by himself. I'm just so impressed with him. So
Yeah.
yeah, I thought it was pretty cool. That was a cool little like way to experience that, because I knew that he did that now. So
Yeah.
shows a little growth. I
Yeah.
like it. He's a good guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And the other members made fun of him for eating too much. So okay. I mean, I eat a lot too. What the fuck?
Really?
I eat. Yeah, I'll eat before I go to bed. You kidding? Sometimes I'm like tired, but I'll be like laying in bed, like watching some like, I don't know, 60s sci-fi or something. So I'm trying to fall asleep too, or narrowboat videos, as you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll just be like, oh man, I should have been asleep like 20 minutes ago. And then I'll just like get up and have a bowl of cereal. and then I fall asleep in like 5 minutes. Because I've eaten a bowl of cereal. Now, to be fair to me, the cereal I am eating is not like a super sugary cereal, and I usually have it with almond milk. So it's not like I'm like pounding like 500 calories right before bed or anything. Like, you know, it's just a little treat for me to help me, like, you know, lull me to bed. I don't know. It works. Don't try to fix what's not broken. I
Yeah.
guess.
Sure.
I'm sure it doesn't help my body. It's probably not good for me, but I do it anyway.
Yeah.
Because I aspire to be like Han. That's really why.
Right.
So yeah, that's why. I'm gonna be an all-rounder, the all-rounder of the podcasting world.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Well, that is One Kids Room. How do you feel about the series? Is it good?
Yeah, I thought it was good. It's good to get like that personal kind of insight into the different members.
Yeah, a lot of times when they're all together, it's just chaos,
Right.
Which is fun and funny. But yeah, you don't get that kind of one-on-one bonding time to
Yeah.
figure out like, what's the dynamic here? Who are you?
Yeah. What's your deal, guy?
What's your guy deal?
Okay.
Yep.
Anyway,
Yeah.
should we talk about like what happened? Because
Yeah, maybe the astute listener might notice that there was a bit of a gap. Maybe in the gap between when I join these episodes, I'll just like put a little JYP whisper. I'll just be like JYP. I'll just like throw it in there. This is just be a little JYP whisper,
Yeah.
and then we'll just continue like nothing ever happened. But basically, we started recording this episode over a week ago.
yeah.
When we were recording it, Tom had worked that day. He was exhausted, and so we made it basically through 4 episodes of One Kids Room, and he was just like, I can't take it, I'm dying over here.
Yeah.
And I was like, it's fine, no big deal, we got it, it's cool, we'll record tomorrow. We agreed, it's fine. And then the next day comes, and I like message Tom, and I'm like, hey, So I have food poisoning and I can't do anything. I can't even eat or drink. So
Yep.
we had to wait another day, and I was sick for like 2 days, and then you were trapped on your ship, right? Like,
Yeah. So, well, I mean, yeah, there was just a lot of different things kept happening. Like each day, something would happen that would cause us to not be able to record. And yeah, there were a couple of days there where on Sunday, on Saturday, I went to a party. So obviously I wasn't going to record that night.
yeah, you got to get turned up.
Yeah, I went to a party. I got pretty fucked up.
We can't bury the lead here. You were dressed as an emo kid.
I
right?
was dressed as an emo. Well, I don't know. I mean, like you tell me how I was dressed. I'll tell you what I was wearing. You tell me how I was dressed.
Okay, sure. Let's hear it.
How should we start? Top to bottom, shirt, pants.
Yeah, top to bottom. Let's hear it. Top to bottom.
Top to bottom. Top to bottom. Okay. Starting at the top, I couldn't really do much with my hair. My hair's pretty short right now. So I just kind of left it alone. But
okay.
I put well, Anna tried to do something with my eyes. I don't like, she was trying to put some eyeshadow on as kind of like an eyeliner eyeshadow kind of thing going on. I don't really understand, but I don't know. It just wasn't as strong as I wanted it to be when she showed it to me. So she was like, I was like, how do we get more on here? Like, how do we spread this out? And she's like, I mean, you can just dip your finger in there if you want, and then rub your eye. And so that's what I did. I just rubbed the black on my finger and then smeared my eyeballs. And so I just had black eyeshadow all over my eyes.
I believe that's called ombre.
Oh, okay. And then I was wearing a My Chemical Romance t-shirt. And then over that I got a button-up t-shirt that has like these green skulls along the right side. It's like this kind of cool design, and then on the left it's just like black, just black, just plain black. And then I wore that over it, and then I was wearing black jeans. I bought a belt, but I didn't try it on in the store, and it was too small, so I didn't get to wear it. But it was one of those, like black metal studded belts.
Yeah. I like it. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I got one of those. And then of course I bought the all black Vans.
The all black Vans. Yeah. I mean,
the all black Vans. Yeah.
This seems emo to me. I would read that as emo, especially with the My Chemical Romance shirt. I guess.
Sorry. My fingernail. I also Anna painted my fingernails black, and I was and I switched out to my Vans wallet.
Did you have a wallet chain?
I didn't have the chain. People asked me about the chain. I was like, I don't have the chain. I'm sorry. Yeah, didn't have the chain.
Well, it's sometimes it's hard to complete the look, especially with the last minute thing. I understand.
Everything I wore. Minus like the socks, Well, no. Actually, no. The sock, literally everything I was wearing that day, I bought that day. So,
wow. All right.
Yeah, I threw it all together very last minute.
Now, at this party, did they play any emo music? Was that the theme, or was it like a costume party? Like,
yeah. All right. So the reason that I did this is because the host of the party was like, I want to throw a 2010s theme party, which I don't really think was like an era that needs a themed party. You know what I mean?
Especially not like 10 years later. But it's not like it's been that long.
Yeah, I don't know. It hasn't really ended. So I'm like, all right. But the way that he described it was he really likes the song, what did he say? Irreplaceable by Beyonce, I think. is or
Okay.
Irreparable, or I don't know, something like that by Beyonce. And he wants the theme to be 2007 to 2019. That's what he said. And he put on a are you looking it up? You're going to watch it?
I just wanted to see it, like, just to see the video, to see the aesthetic, you know.
I don't know. I mean, I've never heard it. I don't know what it's about.
I don't know this. Yeah, I don't know the song.
But so that's what he said. But like, apparently nobody else got the memo. I was like one of
Oh no.
like a couple other people kind of did stuff, but like not a lot of people did. They were playing a 2010s themed playlist on Spotify.
Yeah. But was it like top 40, or did you actually hear like some 2010s music that is actually good?
Yeah. It was 2010s music that was actually good. I mean,
all right, fair enough.
It was okay. But I don't know, it kind of got weird when a bunch of random people showed up, like a shitload of people that we didn't know showed up to the party. So
did the host know them?
No, well, so like they him and a bunch of guys like live together in this house, and they know some guys that know a bunch of other guys, and they were told about the party, and then they like the word just spread from that point, you know.
Oh wow.
So,
interesting.
Yeah. But it got pretty interesting, especially because obviously none of those people knew that it was supposed to be like this themed party thing. So
as the night wore on, it was more obvious that you were out of place. By having been the one person who dressed up.
Way out of place. Yeah.
Wow.
Not only the only one that dressed up, but the only one that was even close to being dressed like that, you know?
Yeah.
So
did you lean into it? Did you tell people that, like, well, look, emo's not dead and it's a lifestyle and I'm not giving it up?
No, I mostly just kind of like brooded around, and then like
same thing. That's a commitment.
Right. Yeah. I would like brood, and then if people asked me to do something fun, I would tell them that I'm not interested in boring things like that, and then walk away.
That's fair. That's totally fair. That's commitment. I appreciate that commitment to the bit. I think that's great.
Yeah.
I think that's really awesome.
And then somebody asked me like at one point what my deal was, and I was like, I'm a character. Like, I'm literally acting right now. So just let me have it. You know?
Yeah. Wow. All right. Yeah. That makes sense to me. All right. Well, cool. I'm glad that you had fun at the party.
Yeah. I told you the story about the girl, right?
Yes, you told me the story, but you haven't told the Stray Boots the story.
That's not a story that needs to be told, really.
What?
Let's just say you should always wear your glasses if you have prescription glasses, and pay attention to who you're talking to.
Yeah, I think that's a good life lesson for us all. I think that we can all agree with that, and that is something we can all get used to.
Yeah,
I think that's a good idea.
If
you want to hear the full story, then maybe you should follow Tom on Twitch, TX Tom on Twitch, and maybe you can talk him into telling you when he's streaming.
Yeah. How do I summarize it without like going into the whole thing? Basically, like, I talked to this girl who I thought I knew, and then I saw her like minutes later somewhere else in a different outfit, and I went up to her and I was like, hey, when did you put it? Like, she was wearing a sweater. I was like, when did you put that sweater on? She's like, I've had it on. And I'm like, do you remember the conversation we just had? And she's like, yeah, like 30 minutes ago, right? I was like, no. So whatever I just said that I thought I was saying to you, I told to a complete stranger, and I look like this. It was just
that makes the story so much better. The fact that you were dressed like an emo kid,
right?
It's the greatest.
Right.
Yeah.
So and then that girl had to go back to her friends and be like, so that just happened.
Don't, you know what? My parents told me not to talk to strangers. I'm like Han, okay?
Right.
Like I am the Han of our friend group, right? Around people I'm comfortable with, I am very boisterous and extroverted. Around people I don't know, I don't say a fucking word.
Yeah.
And I feel super uncomfortable.
Well,
so yeah.
I saw her later that night, and I went up to her and I was like, "Hey, like about all that shit I said earlier, I thought you were someone else." So, and she's like, "Oh no, it's totally cool." You know, like when I went back to my friends, they were like, "What was that about?" And I was like, "Oh, you know, he was just saying this, and it was fine." And I was like, "Okay, cool," but just say, yeah, like. I don't know.
She's like, yeah. No, I get it. Yeah.
Bye.
Wink. Yep.
Yeah.
Got it. Yeah. Well, I'll let you know.
Mhm.
You know, I'll ask for an angel shot. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know what that is.
You don't know what an angel shot is?
Nope.
Well, that's probably good.
Okay.
Sort of.
Sort
of. It's like a thing. It's like a code. It's a code if you're at a bar. If and you feel unsafe, like somebody's hounding you,
Right.
You tell the bar, you order an angel shot, and the bartenders like protect you.
Right.
So
I see.
There you go. So if you want some insight into the story, there it is. Yeah,
No.
great.
Okay. I wasn't being creepy.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm
Right.
saying you are the bartender in this situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You're the bartender. The emo bartender. My favorite kind.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, well, next episode, we have more kids' rooms. But this time, it's 2 kids plus 1 room. How about that? So you have multiple members, but in smaller groups. And then
Okay.
the other members talk about them.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see. I see what
Mhm.
you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah, same kind of deal. But you get to see dynamics of them like
In their little
together.
In their little
Yeah,
groups.
and this is groups of 3.
Right.
So, yeah, because they had done one that was 2 kids room before, in the before times, and so this is 2 kids plus 1, so they add 1 member. in. So you get to see what is that dynamic when you mix up 3 members, like because they're gonna all act different around different groups of people. So yeah, it's fun. I love it. Want more of it. And then when we're finally done with that, we will finally get to listen to the new album, and I'm super excited for it. So, and we get to open a new album, and this is a full album. This is not a mini album. Next one is a biggin.
Mm-hmm.
So strap in and stay.
Say classy San Diego.
Yes. All right. Yeah, that's better than what I was going to say.
Okay.
So I like it.
Yeah.
Stay classy, San Diego.
Go
I'm Ron
fuck
Burgundy.
yourself.
All right. Well, we'll see you on the next episode. Bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.